All right, guys, I did it. I finally watched the infamous Season 7, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead, and oh boy, I can see why a bunch of people rage quit this show. And just a heads up, this will obviously contain spoilers in the form of memes and my recollection of my experience watching the last episode of Season 6 and the first episode of Season 7. To give you a little backstory, my girlfriend wanted to rewatch The Walking Dead with me because I'd never seen it before, obviously, and she had. And she really likes it. Not to mention, it's an extremely culturally relevant show. I would put it on the same level as Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Anyways, here's why the show is culturally relevant. It's got domestic violence, substance abuse, guns, badasses, and of course, zombies. And I actually like the show, obviously. My girlfriend and I have been watching it for a whole 6 seasons now, despite a whole heck of a lot of the main characters dying. And obviously the last episode of Season 6 left me with the expectation that someone from Rick's core group would end up with some really bad head trauma, or they'd just straight up die. And wow, my expectations were totally beaten into the ground, if you know what I mean. So to set the scene, while Negan took Rick off to break him like a horse, I got to thinking up who the heck got their head smashed in. Originally, I was thinking it was Carl because Negan said something about Carl right before he brought the bat down. But I just watched it back and he said, cut his other eye out and feed it to his father if anyone tries anything. So it obviously couldn't have been Carl. After I moved past thinking it was Carl, I thought it was Michonne, because Negan said something to Rick about, you all won't be able to grow old together. But obviously, when Negan and Rick get back from their little breaking session, it turns out Abraham got the bat. Very sad, of course, because Abraham was one of my favorite characters in the show and probably the character I resonated with the most. To add insult to injury, Daryl has a little outburst that cost big time, and he'll probably mentally be beating himself up forever. Daryl's little outburst cost Glenn his entire head, and it was not pretty. You had one of his eyeballs pop out, and I'm guessing, although I haven't explored the forums, this is when all the women and children, and maybe even some of the men, stopped watching the show. I totally get it. 2 of the main characters get executed brutal style, and then of course we get to see Rick fully broken. Negan puts him to the Abraham and Isaac test with Carl and officially breaks him. Or so it would seem. All of that to say, Season 7, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead was brutal. It was a doozy, but I'm going to continue watching it, and Negan is a total savage. I'm looking forward to seeing more of him in the episodes to come.